Greetings, automotive enthusiasts. Today we have for you a really special car. This is a 1973 280SE 4.5 liter V8. This is really, the S-Class sedan Mercedes that really brought Mercedes into the modern age at the time. These cars are just amazing. It's powered by a 4.5 liter V8 engine. The 108 chassis, which we have here, is the sedan. They made this car in lots of configurations. They made coupes, cabriolets, long wheelbase sedan, short wheelbase sedan. The 109 chassis was the like the 300 SEL, and you can get it with a 3.5, a 4.5, or a 6.3 liter engine with the air suspension. Those are pretty amazing cars. You can get a coupe, 6-cylinder, 8-cylinder, cabriolet, kind of the same way. So they use this configuration, in a lot of various ways. But this is probably, honestly, the best driver of all of them, because the standard suspension, the air suspension has lots of maintenance issues. But this 4.5 liter, it's like 225 horsepower, a lot of horsepower, 4-speed automatic transmission. Just really bulletproof drivetrain, and the suspension with the standard springs and everything was just really just such a good, solid car. But these are amazing cars. I've had so many of these drivers over the years personally. I've actually had a coupe, a European manual transmission coupe actually, and I've had 300 SELs and 280 SEs just like this, 6 cylinders. I've had about every configuration of this car, 6.3 liter. I absolutely have an incredible soft spot for this car. For those of you who follow Hoovie's Garage, you'll know that this car came from his channel. I actually bought, he did a fire sale on, he had 40 cars for sale and did a fire sale, and I actually bought 10 of his cars. And this guy right here, this was, I remember when he first got it in and brought it in, and I went and took a look at it, and just an incredible survivor car. Let's kind of take a look around the car here real quick. Now this is all original. It's original paint, so there's going to be lots of little imperfections. I'm not going to, go into detail for every little thing. And full disclosure, actually, this car is actually already sold. And that's kind of why I'm just doing a quick video. I was kind of surprised at the response on this car. When I bought these 10 cars, I thought this one might be one of the last to go. And I honestly thought I was gonna get to drive it, enjoy it and everything. And actually it was the first one to sell, which actually makes me enthusiastic, because I was just really happy to see the love for this car, because I do have a personal connection with these. So let's just do a real quick walk around. And I just kind of wanted to share the car with everybody. People have already seen the car on his channel, but I wanted to kind of like give a little close, in-depth look at it before it goes to its new home. This is amazing right here. This is like the first place they completely rusted out here on the fenders. This car is such an amazing survivor. The headlights, the little markers, a little chip there or whatever, but excellent condition. Few little rock chips there on that front header panel. Bumper and rubbers are super nice. Coming across the front, there's always dings in these bumpers, and this thing is just really an amazing car. I wanted to get this car, actually I was gonna have this car, a paint correction done and some touch-ups. I was gonna spend some time on this car, honestly, and looking across the grill here, I was gonna spend some time on it and kind of like bring it up to what its potential was, right? Without changing it, without altering its originality, just touch-ups and some paint correction basically. But looks like I'm not gonna have that opportunity because it is going to Dallas, Texas. But what's really cool, looking at the lights, wow, this car's amazing. Got a little doink in the grill right there. The gentleman that bought this car, his dad had one of these cars when he was young, and then his dad had passed. The car was sold before he was of age to acquire the car. So he's been looking for one of these cars, and I love stories like that, So I'm really happy to see it go to a nice home. So enjoy your car in this video here. Looking across the hood again, this car is absolutely, you can see some dullness, you can see some light scratches, but this car will polish out and be phenomenal. Windshield has got some pits in it. There is kind of a little hairline crack, goes all the way down the windshield. They're in the middle. Cowling looks really, really nice. The little plastic grommets, you know, they're old and hard, so some of the moldings are a little bit loose and some of the rubbers behind them are kind of starting to crack a little bit. But overall, though, the trim work is really, really excellent. Wheels are in good condition. They all are kind of faded, you know, really could stand to be, I would probably refinish the wheels, you know, because there's really no foul, I don't think, in refinishing a wheel since it's an unbolt part from the car. We do have a nice little scratch all the way kind of down the side here. I'm not sure how much of that would polish out and disappear, but you'd be surprised with a really good paint guy what can be done. Looking down the car, it's just phenomenal. And I'm gonna take a peek here in the wheel well and look underneath the car. That's amazing. I'm doing this video probably as much for myself as anybody because I just want to remember this car. Mirrors, super nice. I think the rubbers and the little vent windows have been changed, which is kind of nice because they always kind of howl a little bit. Looking across the roof and the paint is in very, very good condition. I hope that the next owner of this car takes and really preserves it and takes care of it and takes it to the next level that I wanted to do myself. Got some water on the car still from washing it. Kind of a quickie here, just did a quick little wash and back on it because I've been driving it just to get the dust off of it. Again, I mean, the car's pretty consistent all the way around. Excellent, excellent condition. Looking across the back, the deck lid, it's great. You know, little chip here, little chip there, you know, but and the chrome is really nice. I mean, there's hardly any pitting to the chrome. Little fading on the tail lights, but man, they are fantastic. And those can actually be actually repainted from the inside to bring out the color and actually make them look brand new again. But yeah, the bumpers on this car are amazing, unbelievable. Tail lights fantastic. Pop the trunk while I'm here real quick. And it's kind of neat here. Got spare tire, everything's super nice in the trunk. You see this little folder right here? It is actually full of records of this car from almost going back to new. So very extensive history on the car. There's the jack. Got a little scratch here on the quarter panel. Another little chip right there. Looking at the edge of the tail light and the bumper. Beautiful. Looking down the side of the car, I mean, there's a scrape right here on the quarter, but other than that, this car is straight and clean. It is really a special car. Original paint. That's just outstanding. Going across here, a couple little dings in the moldings, but all in all, I mean, come on, this car's 1973. We're almost 50 years old here. And I'm 52 years old. And I think this car's in better shape than I am. Looking at the front wheel there. You can see the brake dust and stuff takes a toll. The acid and everything takes a toll on the finish. Let's go take a peek inside. The inside is equally impressive. Go take a peek here. All right, I gotta pull the key here so we're not buzzing. Okay, door panels, one little crack right there. Might not be a bad idea to kind of fill it a little bit just to help slow it down, but otherwise, really, door panel is in excellent condition. The wood around it could kind of use some refinishing, but the wood itself is not warped or anything. Yeah, I don't even know if I'd want to mess with it. I mean, the car is such a great original survivor, and this is the kind of stuff that you expect on a car like this. And so I think I would pretty much appreciate it as it is and just kind of wear it as a badge of honor, you know. They're only original once. Here's the VIN number. Looking along, the rockers are good. The little heel pad down there, if you can see, the rubber's coming apart. Might be interesting if you could source a heel pad. That might be something nice to replace, just so you can preserve the carpet underneath. 25 miles, 1,664 miles showing, so that's going to be 125 on the mileage. Got a little crack there on the dash, but you know, a little crack on the pod. You can see the wood. Usually this wood up here looks like a tidal wave. I mean, it is, you see how there's a little bit of a bow there, but usually it is just completely wrecked. I believe the AC even works on this car. It's got an aftermarket radio put into it. It would be really nice to actually probably have original radios for this car, but I don't know. I mean, it's got that radio in it. Maybe leave it, enjoy it, but I would be tempted to put the original back in myself, to be honest with you. Prior windows all work. I know Wizard did a lot of maintenance and a lot of bringing up on this car, so there is a lot of good continued maintenance and history with this car. All the levers and all of the climate control works. Steering wheel, the pad is still good. Steering wheel doesn't show any cracks in it. Kind of do around the wheel here, but yeah, the wheel looks good. Visors a little crunchy, but still serviceable. Looks like somebody had a garage door opener or something there, so that is a little bit dented in. The headliner is very, very good. I'll take another view when I get out here, give you a better shot of it. Headliner is in excellent condition. Original, not sagging, no issues at all. Okay, we're gonna go show the back seat. Even the seats have been re-horsehaired, so they are nice and firm. Seats are in excellent condition. Looking here at the right side. And this passenger door panel, excellent condition. Here's the wood, a little bit of finish missing on the wood, but it is still very, very nice. Looking again, let's pan across the dash just to give you a beautiful shot of this. Just real wood, solid wood dash, not laminate, solid wood. Here is the passenger seat. The upholstery is in excellent condition. So the carpets are good other than that heel pad over there. And yeah. What a great machine. Tell you, let's listen to the way those doors close. Yeah, just like a bank vault. Well, let's get in this classic and go take it for a spin and see how it drives. I almost forgot to show you underneath the hood. Let's check it out here. Raise it up. 4.5 liter V8. These are really good engines. I mean, this is the same engine they used in the 450 SLs, 450 SELs. So they really carried this drivetrain forward. You know, it was really cutting edge at the time, and so cutting edge that this basic engine survived all the way up till 1980. So really amazing. The battery's weak there. We got a new battery ordered for it. Yeah, here's the little tags here. Take a look at those. But yeah, hood pad needs a little new hood pad there. But all in all, she is nice. Let's go ahead and fire it up. Let's take a listen to it. Just go ahead. Yeah. Fires up and runs perfect. Overhead cam engine, aluminum heads, nice little rumble out of the twin tailpipe here. All right, let's go. All right, we just pulled her out, and a little bit wet. We've had some rain here today. Kind of a bummer to go drive it in the rain and get it dirty, but it's gonna go on a transport tomorrow. It's probably gonna get dirty anyway. But yeah, just the smell in the car is just unbelievable. There's just a certain smell to these old German cars. It's just like nothing else you've ever, and you know, the horsehair pads and just all of that, you know, they're just really it's just you know, it brings back memories. They say your smell is actually your largest memory center, and yeah, for definitely that is, you know, you smell cars and you just remember back in the days. I mean, my first one of these was probably almost 30 years ago. You know, I've had these cars, and this one here, it just drives really well. It fires up great. The battery's a little weak. We got to put a new interstate in it tomorrow, but yeah, it just drives really well. I mean, 125,000 miles on a car like this. I mean, these things were made to go 500,000 miles, so that's really nothing but kind of ease out from the deal here. But the transmission shifts smoothly. The brakes are very, very good. You know, the wipers work. Everything is. I mean, I other than maybe, you know, I didn't really check the tires close. I don't know how old they are, but other than maybe putting a set of fresh tires on them, you know, this car, you could probably get in this car and take it anywhere. And I tell you, the seats redone. You know, I'm used to these seats just being crunchy and kind of springy, and with the new pads, I mean, these seats are more comfortable than I remember. You know, really, even, you know, the most comfortable ones I've probably sat in. So, but yeah, there's just something about the vertical stacked headlights on the car, the styling. You know, it's just classic Mercedes. You know, the 116 chassis that replaced this. You know, what's interesting with Mercedes is in their history is back in the day, you know, they would, when they'd come up with a new model, I mean, they spent years and years of engineering and testing, and so whenever there was a new model, it was a giant leap forward. And then they would sustain that model, you know, for 10, 12, even 15 years in some cases. I mean, look at the 450 SL. That came out in basically 72, 73, and went all the way to 89. I mean, that's a long run. But so when they engineered it, I mean, they took their time, and they really spent the resources and made the best car that they could make at that time with the technology involved. So fast forward to modern times, you know, the business plan, right, of cars is, you know, they sell you a new car every 2 years. So you know, in the early 90s, you know, the Japanese really put it to the European brands, you know, because they just had new models more frequently. You know, every 2 years they had a new model, and you know, and then the Mercedes, you know, just, you know, their model would get kind of long in the tooth, and you know, and they were kind of falling behind, and unfortunately, you know, what happened just to keep up with the market is you know, Mercedes had to cut corners, and you know, I mean, if you're going to change a car in 2 years, you can't, you know, spend millions of dollars, you know, when you're just going to change it again and have to redesign it again. So that's where quality went down. Really, probably, I would say probably it was the worst in the 2000s. That's when some of the Mercedes quality was probably at its lowest, the early 2000s. You know, but in the history of Mercedes, you know, this is really a significant car. I mean, you know, cabriolets of this, you know, car, this version here can sell for, you know, $200,000-$300,000. I mean, 300 SELs are going up, you know, the 6.3s with the elephant motor there. You know, they're getting up into the, you know, 60,000-80,000 mile range. These cars are absolute bargains, you know, for historic and classic Mercedes. I think they're going to start shooting up, you know, here in the next 10 years. I think these cars are really going to, I mean, they're already going up, but they're in the next 10 years, you know, I think, you know, 5-10 years from now, this, you know, this car is a $15,000 car now. It's probably going to be a $40,000 car now in the next 10 years. I wouldn't be surprised. But you know, you buy this car because you love it, you enjoy it. If it appreciates, bonus. But that's not what this car is about. This car is about history and experience. and you know, just kind of going back in time. You know, these cars are time machines to me. But let's give it a little gas here one time. Yeah, runs good. Runs really good. The that V8's got a lot of torque. I mean, these cars will run. I mean, these cars will run modern highway speeds. This car will go 80 miles an hour down the highway, no problem at all. You know, and the ride is good. Look, what's amazing is, you know, you can even pick it up on the camera, but I mean, there's not even any rattles in this car. I mean, on the highway, the worst thing you're probably going to get on this car is probably wind noise. You know, with all the moldings and the trim and all the little you know, bright work and everything, makes a little bit of noise. You know, and then the seals, you know, there's still window seals are kind of old, so you still get some of that. But other than that, though, it's a very, very comfortable, very great place to be. And you know, it's just kind of bringing me back here. I'm really enjoying this. Let's go. Oh, spinning the tires. Yeah, that'll get you going where you need to go. This one's no hot rod. The hot rod one is the 6.3. That dude's over 300 horsepower, and I don't know, it's probably close to, I bet you that thing's 450, you know, foot-pounds of torque. I bet that car was, you know, that's the same engine that powered the Pullman limousine and all that. That's a pretty famous engine there, but a lot of work on that engine. You know, a lot of you know, technical stuff, a lot of maintenance. You know, it had a mechanical fuel injection. This car here, actually, it's amazing. In 1973, electronic fuel injection on this car. That's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing stuff. You know, Mercedes, you know, was definitely world leaders in this time. All right, there we go. Well, hey, thanks for coming along. Appreciate you riding along with us. Like and subscribe. EuroAsianAuto.com, EuroAsianAuto on Facebook. I'm EuroAsianBob on Instagram. And appreciate it if you'd like, and leave in the comments. Let us know if you've got any history with this car. And I tell you, you know, keep tuned to the channel, because you never know when we might find your next dream car. Have a great day and happy motoring.